I once had a very bad boss. As a psychologist, it's not difficult to recognize when I'm dealing with a bad boss. Well, actually, it's not so difficult in general for everybody. There are 70,000 books in the British Library with the word leadership in the title. If you read one a day for the rest of your life, you would never get through them. So, lots of books have been written and lots will be written in the future, given the way things are progressing with the massive crises related to leadership in general and within organizations in particular. You have surely heard of what research shows about this topic. People leave managers, not companies. So I remember I was flicking through a paper about the signs of a terrible boss, and all of a sudden I realized that although my knowledge and experience in psychology, my boss possessed all those attributes described in that paper. This can be impressive. My boss used to lie, was never ever wrong, used to overpromise, was quick to blame people for mistakes, but rarely express gratitude when employees succeed. Used to expect everyone to be like this boss, was a micromanager, used to have favorites, did not want to hear employees' viewpoints, used to hog the limelight. Feedback was never relevant, used to gossip, tease and flirt, used to constantly change his mind. Employees were not given chance to grow, used to even ignore employees very often, had mood swings, never discussed about future with employees, used to throw tantrums easily, was self-centered, employees' work was never enough, was nowhere to be seen, used to operate by irrational fear, used to say yes to just about everything, and dulcis in fundo. I love this Latin phrase, meaning literally the sweet part in the end. It was getting harder for employees to wake up in the morning. So, your first reaction on seeing your boss is usually handing in your 2 weeks notice. Well, you may not be alone, but there is another way. Well, obviously, one option is to leave your job, especially because a company or an organization that is willing to nurture, support and encourage these kind of bosses maybe could make you think that we hit the target. So, bingo, you have a bad boss in a bad company. But if you actually cannot leave your job for various reasons, the question is, what are you supposed to do? My suggestion is the following. Take a pen and a notebook and start taking notes every day, carefully. Working for a bad boss can sometimes be an opportunity to become an expert in leadership. So you finally will know everything about how not to do things. Do you remember about it getting harder to wake up in the morning? Well, you will have the invaluable experience of learning how not to be a leader. Consider it like studying an MBA in leadership for free, because maybe one day you will be able to say, I once had a very bad boss, but how invaluable it was for my career and personal growth. So, until next time, see you. Ciao!